again, everybody. It's Todd Staruch, the horror nerd, here at the Horror Sideshow Market. I am having a blast. Christmas arrived early for me because I get to do these events and spend time with some really awesome people. Speaking of awesome people, I'm with Dan Kearney. Dan, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing well. How are you?
All right, always good to see you.
You look wonderful, by the way.
Oh, thank you. You as well. You're just too damn handsome.
Oh.
Just stop it.
Oh, thanks so much.
Dan, you're such a man of all trades, if you will. You're an actor, a producer, filmmaker. So what drew you to the film business in the first place?
Oh man, what drew me into film is that I always loved to perform, and I love to escapism, like bringing escapism to life and make people happy. And but what really drew me to film is like. Growing up, walking into the VHS store, I always tell this story. It's like a story as old as time at this point. But I used to go in there, and it used to make me feel so good to go in there and pick out those things and watch those movies. And my goal is really in film is to deliver a performance or help create something that gives people that same feeling of joy and escapism. That's what I would love to do, just make people happy. Because I tell you what, I can't watch like movies, like war movies or any real life stuff.
Got you.
This is like my escapism, so that's what I like to provide.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, it's kind of why we go to the movies, right? Look, I like a good documentary here or there, but you're right. It's escapism.
Real world is scary enough.
100%, right? 100%. You know, you mentioned going to the video store. My daughter is 20 years old. She grew up in the digital age, right? I had to explain to her like two things. Like one, if you wanted to watch The Wizard of Oz, it was on once a year.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like you watched it and then you had to wait. And then even like with the advent of the video store, there was nothing worse on a Friday night, right? And you'd go to the video store and that movie you were dying to see was not behind the box when you went to look for it.
Yep, it was special.
Like, oh no. But I found so many like hidden gems that way. Like the box art looked cool.
That was the best.
Right? And I'm like, oh, let's check out this movie. Maybe it'll suck, but even if it does, so what?
So what? It's a, $2 to rent a movie, and then you might be finding a hidden gem you never knew about. It happened to me a million times.
Exactly.
Films
exactly.
Like
now, Daniel, you tend to gravitate towards horror.
Yeah.
Why do you think people love horror movies so much? What drives people to horror films?
I think what draws people to horror films is really what I said, and maybe they don't realize it, is that it's just escapism. Sometimes they know it's not real. That's the first part, and they like to just, whether it's 1980s slashers or things like that, people just love the camaraderie of the cast and crew, and I think that draws people to it. And then another part of it is some people just like to be scared. Some people just like to have that jump or be on edge or be like really fixated with something where they can't take their eyes off the screen or they don't want to look, but they have to. That draws people to it. But overall, I think what has made the horror genre as big as it is, especially the indie horror genre now, is the escapism and the value, the seeing what people create. Especially in the indie world, amazing things are coming out of the independent film now, and it's becoming like, I always compare it to like the VHS boom of the 80s. It's just amazing product was coming out, and I think that's what draws people to horror, is the diversity of everything that you can see in it.
Yeah, I agree, and I always equate it to, I'm a roller coaster fanatic, and it's the same thing. It's that thrill, right? And your brain is telling you, I'm probably going to die, but at the end of the day, it's safe, right? You get back to the station, and you're like, oh, that was a rush.
Yep.
And yet here I am, right? Same thing with a horror movie. The lights come back up, and you're like, that was scary, but here we are.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's the best.
Okay, I hate it when people ask me this question, favorite horror movie? What's your go-to horror movie?
I can't answer that question. I was just asked that a couple of years ago. I can't.
All right, so let's put it this way. What's your go-to? You're flipping and you're like, oh, that horror movie's on, I'm going to stay and watch it until it's over?
I have to throw out a bunch of names, okay?
Go for
All
it.
right. You don't mind?
No,
Okay.
bring it on. It's hard to pick one. I
can't
get it.
pick one.
I get it.
I love The Fog,
Okay.
the original.
Yep.
I love The Omen. I love The Burning.
Ooh,
I love The Burning.
dude, that is one of my favorite. I think that's like an very underrated slasher movie.
Yes. And speaking of underrated, I just spoke with a friend of mine a couple weeks ago on a podcast. I think the most underrated horror film of all time is Psycho 2.
Dude, yes.
That is one
Yes.
of the best films ever, and I think it's one of Anthony Perkins' best performances ever. I mean, part one is obviously a better shot film, but I think entertainment value and the performance of Anthony Perkins, I think part two is superior. Don't hate me.
Dude,
Don't
so
hate me.
I take shit all the time when I say that I do not worship the Evil Dead the way some people do, and
Yeah.
Evil Dead 2 is better.
You like Evil Dead 2 better?
Yep, 100%.
A lot of people.
People come after me for that all the
No,
time.
no, that's okay. I'm a sequel guy too. But
Yeah.
Evil Dead, speaking of that, I just watched that recently. I love how they filmed that. That's given me so many ideas from watching it. I've been studying it. I watched it like 6 times in the past 2 months.
They teach it in most film schools because people forget it basically was a student film.
Yeah.
Right? So even the technique of the camera sweeping through the woods, Sam Raimi took the camera, attached it to a 2x4, and basically went like this through the woods, right? Who would have thought of that?
I'm already
you know?
planning that on my next film. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
for a big sweeping shot, that is exactly what we're doing through the woods. And they're like, "Oh, why are you doing that? The camera's so expensive, you know? With Steadicam." I said no.
Yeah.
I want to do it that way.
See, it's a good conversation. It's a good conversation. I love talking to people about horror movies, especially when they throw out hidden gems. If I'll give you one, if you like creature features, there's an old horror movie from the '80s called The Boogans.
Oh, I love that movie.
Okay, see,
I love that movie.
The fact that you know it,
Yeah.
makes my heart swell with pride.
I love that
I love
movie.
the creature design, and I love that they keep the creature to a minimum, right?
They
You don't
were
really see
awesome.
it till the end.
Yeah.
You know?
That's exactly
It's a very
right.
creepy movie.
I always feel, and I have a film that it's going to be announced soon that I'm doing, but now that I'm stepping in a different role of filmmaking, I'm going to bring to life what you just said. To me, there is more value in what you don't see. Less is more. More of the killer, more of the creature. I mean, less of that. It's not more and more and more. It doesn't need to make it more effective. It's like the Jaws effect.
Right.
Right. And another creature feature I really loved, that's one of my all-time favorites, is Alligator.
Oh, dude!
Yeah, I love that movie, Alligator.
This is going to be a long interview, folks, because we're just going to talk about horror
I'll be here all,
movies.
yeah. No
Right.
But Miss Robert Forrester is so great in that. And,
Sure.
I love that movie. And Grizzly. I love Grizzly.
Wow.
Christopher George is one of my all-time favorite character actors. Love him. And sorry, I can go on and on, but I got lots of.
Well, a more recent one that had one of the best creature designs I've ever seen is The Ritual.
That was a very
Right? When the creature reveal at the end, I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like whoever thought of that, it was
Absolutely.
genius. And again, you only see it in shadows right up until the very end.
And and I think there's a lot of value. There's a real lot of value in that. And I think that there are some people doing that now. I'd like to see that happen more in the indie world. I'd like to see that happen more with less is more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I hear you.
I just did a film recently. I can't say too much, but it's called The Last Footprint. And T.J. Robinson is the director, and it's a docu-horror Bigfoot film, and we're so proud of it. And he kind of follows that formula. And it's scary. It's really good, and I hope everybody enjoys it.
Excellent. One last question for you. You've been involved in so many different aspects of filmmaking. Do you have like a favorite role And I don't mean like an acting role. I mean, is it acting, directing, writing, editing? Do you have a favorite aspect of filmmaking?
Thank you for asking me. So, well, I'm pretty shy in real life. So I'm an actor that's what I love to do. It's nice to be somebody else for a while. So I like to just really study character, become that character, and then I'm on myself, I'm on myself all day on set, and I'm just, and then when I get out there and then I become this character, everyone's like, where did that come from? Well, because I have the character building in my heart. So acting is my true passion. As far as filmmaking goes, everybody makes fun of me, but it's not my most favorite. It's not. The process is so stressful and difficult at the indie level. My favorite part is I call it seeing the kid go off to college. Is what I call it when it's done.
Gotcha.
I don't rest. If I'm in heavy duty in production on a project, I'm consumed by it. I want the film to be perfect. I want it to be very memorable, and I don't relax. So if you look at it that way, I don't really enjoy myself too much in pre-production.
Listen, I know the feeling.
Yes.
Everybody, my friends say to me, "Oh, Todd, it's so cool. Like, you get to make movies." I'm like, "No, it is.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It's so much fun. It's great to play make-believe."
Yeah.
But then that 16th hour of a shooting day, you're like, why did I decide to do this?
Yeah. Well, I love being on. Yeah. I love being on set. I don't care how long it takes, but it's just getting the baby off to college. And my wife always tells me, she's like, don't ever tell anybody. Don't say your answer. I was like, why? I'm telling the truth.
Yeah, it's honest.
It's so much. It's so much hard work. But in the end of the day, when it's all said and done, and it goes into post-production, there's no better feeling. I love watching the post-production work. I love watching the creative aspects of the editor and the colorist and just. That's what I love is when my job is done as an artist and filmmaker, and I could give it to the next group of people to take it over. That's what makes me feel fulfilled.
I love it. Dan, always good to see you, my friend.
Always good to see you.
Thanks for a few minutes of your time.
Thank you.
Any final words for the fans out there before we wrap it up? The floor is yours.
Floors out there. I would say if you're a filmmaker, don't ever. It sounds so cliche, but don't ever give up on your dreams. If you work hard and you write it down and you believe it, it will happen. And just keep believing it, work hard, and you can do anything you put your mind to, and lead with kindness, and you will make your film. You will. So never stop working hard.
Awesome. Dan Kearney, everybody. This is Todd Staruch, the Horror Nerd, signing off at the Horror Sideshow Flea Market. We will see all of you in the next interview, and happy holidays.
Thank you.